boy, does time fly. We have less than 2 weeks until the Nintendo Switch presentation at Tokyo Big Sight, which, not to brag, I'll be attending. However, this will not stop the rumor mill from flowing any slower, with Laura Kate Dale releasing even more new information. So, before we get down to this week's topic, let's see what beans she spilled this time. Of course, we don't have time to cover every single one, but there are some that we find very important, like how you'll probably still have to pay a small nominal fee to upgrade your Virtual Console games from Wii U to the Switch. Boy, color me surprised, huh? If this is true, it'll be a disappointment. However, if Nintendo tells us that, for example, this will be the last time you ever have to buy the games again, then I think we can let things go. Besides, you'll be able to play these games on the go now. I mean, how cool is that? Pair that with the other rumor that your games will be linked to your account and not your hardware anymore, and we're in business. Then there's another rumor that a short cinematic trailer for Beyond Good and Evil 2 is in the works, but may not be ready by the Switch event. This falls in line with the rumor going around that it will also be a Nintendo Switch exclusive. Now, we know this may seem unlikely, but I mean, hey, who saw Bayonetta 2 coming on Wii U, right? Another rumor suggests that multiple development kits have been handed out over time, with one that was delivered in October being more powerful than one that went out in July. Now, this goes back to the rumor about the Switch running on Nvidia's Maxwell architecture. That could have been based on an older dev kit. So can we all stop freaking out about things that have not been officially revealed yet? I mean, these are rumors and they should be treated as such. Now, if you'll excuse us, we're gonna go back to freaking out about things that haven't been officially revealed yet. So hey, come on, keep watching. Splatoon, Smash Brothers, and Mario Kart 8 are going to have enhanced ports on the Switch. Not new games, just enhancements. Mario Kart is an extensive port, while Smash Brothers has minimal new additions, like maybe, you know, like Ice Climbers? Anybody? But what's this? According to a new filing in the Federal Communications Commission, or the FCC, the Switch will ship with a non-removable battery. Now, this is not good news because as a console capable of running Unreal Engine 4, it will drain a lot of battery. But will this be a deal breaker for the Switch? Absolutely not. Call us optimistic, but the USB-C slot will make for some incredibly fast charging. And wherever you're going with the Switch, chances are there'll be a power outlet. And maybe this will give third-party accessory manufacturers the opportunity to come out with some external battery covers, kind of like what we have today with smartphones. But that probably isn't too ideal, since the tablet itself already looks pretty hefty. And the last rumor we'll go over briefly, considering it ties directly into our topic. It's that Laura has heard that Zelda Breath of the Wild will not be a launch title for the Switch, but Nintendo's marketing of the game seems to really contradict that. Now, Emily Rogers also stated that Zelda will not be a launch title because localization has ended in December, and by that point, playtesting will take another, several months. Okay, so here's the deal. Breath of the Wild is going to be a launch title. It has to be. I mean, sure, Nintendo never outright said it would be, minus that whole hiccup on the press side or whatever, but why would they dedicate an entire E3 to that one single game if they weren't planning on it coming out in March? It was also the first game shown in the Switch reveal trailer, and it was played on Jimmy Fallon. I mean, come on, how exactly does playtesting have to start after localization anyway? I mean, I'm not a game developer, but it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Anyway, time will tell in about 2 weeks if any of these rumors reign true. Now it's time for us to discuss our true desires from the Nintendo Switch, the games.
Regardless of how cool the Switch's technology is, it'll be nothing without a fair share of spectacular games. We recently made a video going over the confirmed third-party titles for the console. But now, we want to have some fun and talk about the games we'd love to see on it that haven't necessarily been confirmed. This could vary from first, second, or third-party games. We're not just going to throw out any third-party games though. Of course, we want to see every single multi-platform release like Mass Effect Andromeda and Red Dead Redemption 2 to come to the Switch. But right now, we're going to think of games that could benefit from the Switch's portability and possibly even the patents if they come to fruition. For example, the VR headset would be perfect for the likes of Resident Evil 7, which has a timed exclusivity with PlayStation VR. Even without VR, it would be great to see a well-known horror game on the Switch, especially considering the Resident Evil franchise has been known to thoroughly release on Nintendo consoles. Speaking of Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom Ultimate would make an excellent addition to the Switch's library. How can you look at those Joy-Cons and not think about throwing down with some friends in intense 1v1 combat? Not to mention System Link if you both own a system. If Street Fighter IV can make it to the 3DS, Marvel vs. Capcom can definitely make it to the Switch. We are concerned this might not happen though, due to what Capcom said about porting PS4 and Xbox One games to the system. It is unlikely. Yooka-Laylee is another such title that screams, "Put me on the Switch, bitch!" And it looks like that's about to happen too. It was announced earlier this month that the Wii U version of the game was cancelled due to unforeseen technical issues, and the developers at Playtonic have reassured us that it wasn't because the Wii U is an unpopular system. Now they are in talks to put the game on the Switch, and it's looking more and more likely by the minute. Third-party support is great and all, but with the indie scene booming, the Switch is a great venue for showcasing such titles. The possibilities are endless, with games like Inside, Bloodstained, Cluster Truck, The Witness, motherfucking Shovel Knight, and Mighty Number 9. Why? Most of these games are side-scrollers, but they're also considered some of the best games this generation has had to offer, with the exception of Bloodstained because it's not out yet. Plus, a well-made side-scroller is perfect for either the living room couch or the park bench. But seriously, it's like 5 AM, why are you walking your dog now, dude? But this leaves us wondering, how can Nintendo best utilize its own hardware? Since they're so keen on making as many multiplayer experiences as possible, the Switch can aid this tremendously. This fancy new Mario game coming out could benefit from System Link. One of the reasons why Super Mario 3D World suffered in quality was because the levels had to be designed around seeing all 4 players if you want to do co-op. With the Switch's System Link, Nintendo will not have to sacrifice freedom for the sake of multiplayer. We're not assuming this new Mario game will have any form of multiplayer, or that it's called Super Mario Switcheroo. Oh my god, that is just so dumb. The rest of our ideas are simple. Basically, take everything that made the 3DS so popular and make it better with the Switch. Mario Kart's online and local multiplayer capabilities could be much more enhanced. Maybe even have voice chat outside of the game lobby for corn's sakes. The same can go for Animal Crossing's multiplayer. Just don't give us this disgrace again. Let's also not forget about StreetPass. This should also return with the Switch. It's so addicting bringing your 3DS out in public or at conventions to play some of those sweet StreetPass games. Maybe one Switch can gather data from the other Switches it comes across, but you can only access the StreetPass data once you dock the system. This will encourage users to take the Switch outside with them and play it on their television, and not just do one or the other. But these are just our ideas. What kind of features and/or games do you want the Switch to have? Post your answer in the comment section below. But before we leave you, we want to take a brief look at this neat little Breath of the Wild image posted on the official Zelda Facebook page. It appears to be a new type of guardian found in a shrine or possibly a dungeon. It looks to be a Jedi, because that, my friends, is a lightsaber. May the Triforce be with us. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, be sure to like and share this video, and if you want to see more content related to the Nintendo Switch, The Legend of Zelda, and other Nintendo franchises, be sure to smash that subscribe and notify button. We hope you have a fabulous day, and a fabulous 2017. Until then, this has been the Commonwealth Realm, and we will see you guys and gals soon.
Ash pleaded to the professor for a starter Pokemon, and was finally offered the newly developed Pokédex and a stubborn, Pokeball-hating and jolt-happy Pikachu who jolted him, Professor Oak, and finally his mother and supporters before dragging Pikachu on a leash.
Though mocked by Pikachu at the beginning, Ash soon gained the trust of the electric-type Pokemon with his determination, devotion, and sacrifice when he protected Pikachu from a gang of Spearows, caught a glimpse of the legendary Pokemon Ho-Oh, and then faced the idiotic partners in crime, Jessie, James, and the talking Meowth
That's right!
of Team Rocket. After blowing up the Pokemon Center, Ash had gotten a friend for life, an unwillingly earned partner Misty, after ruining her bike, and 2 goofball enemies and Meowth.